So the Ali Legal team has arrived in Cannes for MIPIM this week. We're going to be here from Monday all the way through to Friday, attending various events and checking in with our introducers and clients that come to the MIPIM conference. It's certainly property focused, but there are financial professionals here, legal ones, people we do a lot of business with. So I've not just come myself to MIPIM this year, I've brought quite a lot of the transactional team. We have our head of property here, who is Sanjay Makwana. We've got two conveyancers, not just one. One is Dipesh Tank and one is Ryan Allen. We have our social media team here, and then we have some of our more closer clients and introducers all going to be staying here in this villa, and then we're going to be working together on matters that we have on at the moment, and we'll be doing our own thing as well in order to get the most out of the week. Ali Legal is present at MIPIM every year. We come here because there's a lot of our introducers, clients, people we do business with here at the conference. It's quite geographically a compact town. You're able to very quickly have those meetings and check-ins with introducers and clients and do it in a very productive way. So I can get through quite a lot of meetings in this week with people we have ongoing business with, and then we can focus the rest of the year until the conference comes around again on the delivery of the work, rather than constant phone call check-ins or email check-ins. We do it in person here and spend some quality time in order to get it done really, and then get back to delivery.
Day 2 of MIPIM. We're here in downtown in Cannes. We're here for a meeting with a finance lender. Let's go.
With networking, you've got to really connect with people to understand what pain points and problems they have, and really how you can alleviate those pain points and problems. So I think if you can approach it with that mindset, I think the conversations can just be that bit more interesting. People don't feel like they're being talked at or sold to. You can establish trust, you can connect with somebody.
So we are half the way through MIPIM already. It's always a very short week because it's a 5-day conference, and we try and make it as productive as possible. A lot of client meetings, a lot of networking events, a lot of business deals that are happening that we're a part of from the legal perspective. So we try and cram in as much as we can. We are today going to speak to a few clients of ours who are setting up a new development in the northwest of England, and we're going to be doing all of the legal work involved in that development. After that, we've got a networking event that we'll have a brief appearance at, and then we have a team dinner for the evening, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm in this very unusual place these days where I don't even own a coat. So I've created my business and my work life structured in a very specific way, because I sat down and asked myself, what do I want out of this? And one of the key things that came up in my priorities list is wanting to stay in the sun. I prefer warmer weather. I don't want to be in the cold. I spend some of my time in Dubai, some of it in other countries, and some of it in London. And I'm usually in any one of those places based on where the sun is based. So I'm right now at MIPIM in Cannes, and I don't have a coat, it's freezing, so I'm going to go and get that coat. Day 4 in MIPIM, so we've now got the bulk of the week out of the way. There's a few more meetings to have, but we're going to spend the morning playing football, so we'll get a bit of fitness in. A lot of our business contacts will be there, introducers, clients. We'll get to have some conversations there while we're playing, and then we'll have the second half of the day, finish on off some of those meetings, and the final day of the week tends to be based around just travelling out really and doing logistics. So this is the main final day, and we're really looking forward to it.
Today is not necessarily about, winning the trophy, so to speak. It's about having a bit of fun.
Sounds like an Arsenal fan. It doesn't matter about your ability. It's not about ability. It's about actually just good run, make a good pass, keep it nice and simple, and you'll be right. So anyone can play this game, which is really, really nice. So for networking, amazing.
So we've got a fantastically composed team here at Ali Legal, just like we do in the firm. We're definitely the best here, and we will win.
Fly over the moon, mate. I think if it wasn't for my save, we wouldn't have won.
Yeah. People are like looking at me and then being like, people are so stylish here. Song that I liked when I was younger called Simply Unstoppable by Tiny Temper, and there was a lyric in that song which really resonated with me that goes, "These high rises can block your horizons." And that line really resonated with me because there is something in, if your environment is cluttered or blocking, it can restrict you or it can impact your psychology. And if you look at an environment like this, the end of the sea, well, the sea doesn't end, it's just infinite. There are no high rises blocking anyone's horizons on this particular coastline. And I think changing that environment for yourself in order to change up your mindset or open up energy pathways or psychology or whatever it is can really impact you in a positive way. So I've had a number of fantastic conversations in MIPIM this week. One of them was with a friend of mine who's in the lending business, and we were talking in detail and in depth about the difference between a business as an asset and a business that is a well-structured job or a lifestyle business, essentially. I think sometimes this conversation leads to everybody must have a saleable asset or everyone should have a lifestyle business. I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's a case of understanding what the difference is between these two things properly, and then just deciding what fits you best. So for me, for example, with Ali Legal, I really enjoy doing transactions. I like drafting contracts. I like dealing with my clients and working on their deals. Ali Legal isn't, I would say, at this stage in its journey, a saleable asset. But when somebody says to me, work on your business, not in your business, I personally want to work in my business. So I do spend a lot of my time doing management, compliance, and the functional parts of the business, but a large proportion of my time is spent being a corporate lawyer. And that is really my workplace identity. That's what I like to do, and I will continue to do that until I don't want to do that anymore. So that's a week of MIPIM done. We're on the final day, just wrapping things up, doing logistics, traveling, getting back to the office and back to delivery. The team have a great idea of the lay of the land here in Cannes for the conference, so we'll come back in 2027 to have another successful MIPIM week.